just got out of the shower. I haven't really styled my hair. This is what happens when it kinks and the curls. Filming backwards in the mirror. Gonna warn you ahead of time if you are just joining me that this video is probably gonna be all over the place. I gotta set it up on the stand. Half the time I knock it down. I'll probably do 2 videos, but you're in the kitchen once again with Shannon at Shenanigans 3, 2, and 1, and I'm so happy to spend some of your time with me, or some of my time with you, I should say. With that being said, I have to work very early in the morning, and I debated whether or not I still wanted to cook. I've been cooking all week, but meal prepping saved me some money, especially because from the 19th to the 29th, we are going to Copenhagen, Budapest, Hungary, Moldova, Romania for 3 days, Bucharest. We're going to be in Europe, and I am so stoked for that, but of course that's going to happen after my 4-day work trip. I am in my pajamas. Do not judge me. Hey, this is real life in real time. So with that being said, again, the camera is going to be all over the place, but let's get started. And let me show you what we are doing. I got my grandson Evan here, my moderator, ever so faithful and true. I love you, Grandma's boy. I have got some Italian 3-cheese blend, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano. I got some cheddar cheese. I have got some onions, green bell peppers, carrots. I stuck them in the freezer because I, again, wasn't going to make it, but now I am. And some hamburger meat. Angus, I go with the good stuff. Almost a pound. I have got 2 cups of beef broth, some freshly grated garlic, bacon fat. We're using that. Got my Dutch oven set up. Sour cream, olive oil, Worcester, garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasonings, bay leaves, celery salt, Hungarian smoked paprika, celery seeds, did I say that already? Crushed red peppers, you can use cayenne, and salt. Don't really measure. Got some basil, garlic, and oregano, diced tomatoes, tomato paste, sugar. Peeled tomatoes, tomato sauce, elbow macaroni. What are we doing here today? We are making American style goulash. So I have my stove way too high. I'm going to go medium high. And I'm hoping the angle works. Evan is my moderator. Sorry for the wobbly screen. And he... Can you see me okay? Can you see the stove top? I have not made goulash in a very long time as I catch my hair on fire or get hair in the pot. Not a good look, but yeah, I think that's good. Evan, how's it look, darling? We're gonna go ahead and start. Let me grab my pot holders. I think I have everything set up like my pajamas. I am really missing my grandson, Evan, and this is already smoking too much. So I just have a little bit of olive oil in the bottom. I'm gonna dump some of that out actually. I'll be off and on the screen. I just wanted a little bit to coat. I know I look silly, but that's okay. So I got about 2 cups of macaroni here. Again, I have the olive oil just kind of floating around at the bottom of the pot. But what I'm going to do is, this is liquid gold, y'all. Bacon grease. So you fry up some bacon, you save that grease, and it is just going to add a little more umami to the pot, some flavor. And what we're going to do is we're going to brown up the veggies and onions before we add that meat in there. I'm going to get as much of that out as I can. And I'm going to preserve that, put some water in here, because I know I'm going to need that. Just put that over there. And I will try to go back and forth with the camera to show you. I got this in Africa when I was in Zimbabwe. Tell me that is not gorgeous. Look at the details. My all-time favorite flatula, so to speak. And it is hot with this hood on. So, just gonna get that wrong end. Bacon grease is going in there. First thing I'm gonna add is the onions. And yowza. I like onions, so that is a small onion. And because it's frozen, it's kind of snapping back at me, you know. Get that going. Already smells good. And I'm just going to give that a minute to soften up, I guess you could say. Just want to heat it up. Got a little pepper in there. That's okay because it's going to go in there anyway. Evan and I love to cook. And he is a natural like his papa. And just showing you the pot, obviously, you don't need to really see it. And I don't want to go back and forth and make you all dizzy, which I probably am already. Now you can use fresh ingredients. If you got fresh tomatoes, Alejandro, Coyote, hello, Trisha's house. My girl, Leslie, my girls are here. Diane, Chit Chat from Down Under. Diane, how was your trip, my love? So Diane from Chit Chat Down Under has a channel, as does Trisha's house. I go back to work tomorrow, and I thought Jay and I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit. We're going to Mesquite, which is kind of like a small town Las Vegas. We get comps there every month, and my days were off. So we went and booked a hotel room. Guess what, y'all? He's going by himself. That's all right, though. Win me some money. So I'm going to let that soften. And we're doing this in real time, so it might take a little bit longer. I'll try to catch up with your comments while I'm here. I'm sure you didn't want to come home. When did you come back? Diane is also on my grandson Evan's. Check out Evan's channel, y'all. He does retro cartoons. He can tell you about it in the comments. And for time's sake, it's going to come out fine either way. Again, I'm turning my heat up just to get these going a little bit more, especially because I had them in the freezer. And I want to say a small onion to your ratio, depending, flavor it as you will. Do you, boo? I'm only using a pound of meat, so typically that's the recipe I think would call for about half an onion, but I use a little more than half, almost 3/4 of a small onion. I like it. I'm going to save the rest of the onion. I put this in the freezer again. We call it, what do we call it, y'all? Like the Trinity? Got onions, carrots, peppers, celery usually. So I'm not going to use all the onion. I'm going to save some of that. But I am going to use the green peppers and the carrots just to sweeten it. So I'm going to go in here with the peppers now. It's okay if I get some more onions in there. And the carrots, I'm going to use most of them. But I will save the rest of this. Let's do a little more carrots. I'm just going to kind of mix this up. Because this is the base for a lot of American dishes, especially casseroles, and it is October, so it is the season for soups and casseroles, and I just go in, I'll buy my carrots, mostly the baby peeled carrots, and I'll dice them up with a pepper and some onions, and then when I need this, I mean, they sell them frozen too, but fresh is always best. So we're going to go ahead and get the lid out of the dishwasher. dishwasher going in the background. It's clean. This is going back in the freezer for another recipe. Now, I should have done my dinner rolls, but I didn't. Why? Because I am a sinner. Wait, what's that? What I miss? Leslie, Evan is my grandson. You can add him. Oh, Diane, you know what? She is so sweet. So when I was there in September for Evan's birthday, he is a teenager, and her grandson goes, sorry, I'm trying to adjust without dropping the camera. Does some of her videos as Evan has popped on mine. And she's been saying she's wanted to send him something, and God knows, she's just like so generous to all of us. To know her is to love her, and her and Christine from Cozy King's Butterfly, as well as Trish from Trish's House, have become it's such a blessing in my life, like just really good friends. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to add a little more olive oil because they're looking a little dry. Just, you know what? You guys know what you're doing. Trust your instinct. I felt like it needed a little more. Again, the sour cream is not a traditional ingredient for the American goulash, if you will. If you have the Hungarian goulash, let me turn the dishwasher off. That's more of like a stew with cubed steak or meat, and we are doing the ground beef. And again, I am just going in and softening the vegetables before I add the ground beef. Now, I have the equivalent of almost 2 bay leaves, okay? I'm going to throw those in. And this is the freshly ground black pepper to taste. I like it peppery. And what is this doing? It's blooming the seasoning. Some crushed red pepper. That was probably too much for Jay, but you know what? You can live with it or don't eat it. If you can get Hungarian paprika, do it. This is just regular paprika. I want to say that's about a tablespoon to 2, probably more on 2 tablespoons side. Celery salt, because I didn't have fresh celery, so that's about 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to save the sugar for last. That comes in after the tomatoes. Now, this is fresh Italian seasoning. This is a tablespoon, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to smash it in my fingers to kind of get the flavors going. Next, we have some onion powder, 2 tablespoons, and garlic powder, also 2 tablespoons. Get those cleaned up a little bit. And just going to mix this in with your veggies. Get them spices blooming, I would say about 2 minutes, depending on how hot your pot is. Speaking of which, I'm turning it down to medium. Pretty hot. Also, what I'm going to do now is the fresh garlic. Now this is a whole clove, a whole bulk of garlic. I'm going to use about 1/2 of that, which is equivalent to 3 to 4 cloves. But where is my wooden spoon, y'all? Got another one over here. I'll find it. I love these Timu spoons. So, let's say that's 1. There we go. Save some of that for later. Get you stirred in. And then I'm going to add the ground beef. Now this does go fairly quickly. I'd say the prep time is about 10 minutes and cook time is about 30 to 35. Kind of get those pieces off the bottom. That's okay. Once we put the acid from the canned tomatoes in, it'll be fine. Now, what did I forget? Salt. I am just going to do a pinch, 2 pinches. Always add more later if you need it. You don't want to over salt it. And in just a minute, I'm going to show you how it looks before you kind of deglaze the pan. It smells so good in here. Here we go with the shaky camera. So you can see those bits on the bottom, right? That's okay. It'll come up. Like that. It'll come up. Now we're going to add the ground beef. Let me get you back over here on your stand. Hopefully my video doesn't cut out. And hopefully you can hear me all right. Oh, shit. Neighbor scared the hell out of me. Let me try to adjust this. I don't know, guys, if that's going to work. I'm going to take the ground sirloin, hamburger meat, and it is time to add that. Again, it's frozen. I'm going to kind of break it up with my hands. Well, it's not completely frozen. But, of course, my hands are clean. Get that in there. Break it up into some pieces. Little chunks of meat. Thank God I didn't leave it in the freezer longer than I did. £1 pound. This will be 4 to 6, depending on how big your servings are. It's just me and Jay. I'll take a couple bowls with me to work. You'll be alright. That is a solid chunk right there. And this is just going to help it break down more in the pot. Again, I kind of was going back and forth. I thought we were going to mesquite tonight, so I wasn't going to cook. Since we had our Mississippi pot roast cheesesteak sandwiches. But here I am. My neighbor's daughter is in town. She's a flight attendant for United. Her name's Michelle. Shout out. And they've been working in the backyard doing some gardening, so I'm going to bring them over some goulash. I'm trying to get that cooked down. Alright, I'll catch up on your comments here in a minute as I clean up and let that meat brown, y'all. And hope you guys are doing well. I did slice my hand when I was cutting the bread for the cheesesteaks earlier, because I got the fresh rolls from the bakery and they weren't pre-sliced. And yeah, I hurt myself, but you know what? I'm alive. Just kind of like stings, kind of like that itchy sting. And it's going to be too much. I don't want to make you dizzy to go back and forth on the stove. Catch up on those comments. Oh, thank you, Diane. I love cooking. It's probably one of my bigger challenges is I'm not here enough, and you know, being home as a flight attendant 10 days out of the month, I'd save so much money if I did this more often. Jay's not really big on leftovers though. I'll make something and I've got to learn portion control, and it's like he didn't touch it unless he really likes it, which he really likes Mississippi pot roast, but I know he's not going to eat it all because I did almost 6 pounds, so I put that in the freezer. And if I just come home for a day, don't have a lot of time, I will defrost it and maybe throw over some rice or mashed potatoes. I have the bread pudding I made last week. This is the season where I do a lot of baking. And I'm just trying to break up the harder parts. Now, didn't measure this. I would say it's 3 tablespoons of Worcester. Now, you can use soy sauce. In fact, most American-style goulashes will call for soy as opposed to your W sauce, Worcester. Yeah, I think leftovers taste better the next day too, but I'm just going to put in a few splashes, probably anywhere from 2 to 3 tablespoons. I think soy sauce is harder to control your salt content even with the lighter soy. And I like Worcester. So I'm going to turn my heat up. And yeah, just kind of Worcester is kind of like a liquid smoke. It just gives it a smokier flavor, scent. And you don't have to necessarily cook it until the pink is gone, but I do. And this is going to be probably a two-part recipe because I'm not going to have you guys hang out for 30 minutes unless I can get the camera on the tripod and show you some things I ordered online, Temu. But I want to break down everything before I walk away from this. And once I get the meat browned, it's going to cook again for 30 minutes. I'm going to add the 2 cups of beef broth. Now I cheated and I used the box beef broth. I'll show you. But truth be told, I love the Better Than Bouillon. Is my absolute favorite. More than this, it's just richer. But so I use 2 cups of this. There's 4 cups in this container. But I'll add the water so it's not too salty. You can do low sodium. Again, I really do recommend using lower sodium because you can control the salt content. And for years I used to smoke cigarettes. It's been probably 3 years since I had a cigarette, but I still vape. But I always over-salted. And whenever I cook for family or friends, they're like, it's kind of on the salty side, but because I was a smoker, my taste buds were not like everybody else's. So I don't think vaping has affected it as much. But again, I turned the heat up, and we're getting there. Again, I'm just making sure the meat is not pink. Get those frozen bits. And we are looking good. I don't want to go back to work, but man, I am looking forward to this vacation. Oh, the pulled pork, Leslie, girl. Oh, you on the cheesesteaks. Mmm. It was so good. Jay's very picky, but he loved it. All right, now that the heat is up, this is going nicely. So, what to do? I'm going to add the 2 cups of beef stock, beef broth, and then I'm going to show you. I'll get my tomatoes set up. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I've got to get some gloves out of my drawer. My vinyl gloves. I'm just gonna probably need 1, but we'll do 2 just in case. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was talking about I'm gonna add the tomatoes now. And the macaroni, a lot of people, water starts to boil, they'll put the macaroni in. I don't do that because I like all the flavors to cook for a while. So we got the beef broth going in here. Just kind of looks like a watery chili. Don't need the salt anymore. And to this, we are going to add 14.5 ounces of the diced tomatoes with the juice. Now I can save that for later. This is a teaspoon, and I'm going to add a heaping teaspoon of tomato paste. Save that. Put that back in the fridge because your girl tomato paste does not go bad. And here's what we're doing. This is 28 ounces of whole peeled tomatoes. Now, the thing is, Jay might not even eat this, but you can pick out the tomatoes if they're whole. You can use fresh tomatoes like aroma, but what I do is I kind of just put my thumb through to create a hole, and then I break it up. Just like that. Right in the pot. And yes, it's messy. That's okay. You kind of smash it in between. You can use crushed tomatoes. Oh, there we go. I'm going to smash the rest just right here in the jar. The can, I should say. I'm just kind of squeezing my fingers in there. And there we go. I'm going to fill this with some water. Of water there in the can. I'm going to add just a splash for now. And you'll feel the consistency in regards to when you add your macaroni. You can use any macaroni. I like the large elbow. But again, you can have soupier goulash, however you like it. Me, I like it really peppery, but Jay doesn't, so I just add that on separately. Now to this, we're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of white sugar. And why? Because the acid, especially from canned tomatoes, go all in. It can be really acidy, so the sugar will cut down on the acid. It's also the same way I do my Sunday gravy or spaghetti sauce. Dated the guy from Sicily for a few years. Shout out to Lewis. And his mom made the best, they call it gravy, most of them, Sunday gravy, which is just the pasta sauce. But kind of taught me a couple tricks on the way here and there. Now, couple pieces of those whole tomatoes I crushed up. I'm going to give this a taste. Get a separate spoon. I still got my gloves on. And I'm just going to taste it for seasoning. Oh my God. Bro. Oh my God. I could drink that. That is so freaking good. Oh my God. And when you do the cheese, almost like your own homemade hamburger helper, right? So, I have decided I'm just going to clean up a couple of my splashes here. And you know what? My video's already all over the place because I got to get people like Diane and Trisha. My girl Trisha, I love you. Hope you're still with me. But their channels are so much more advanced than mine. Like, they edit, and I really want to. I'm just a slow learner and not having a lot of time. But I'm going to try to go see the grandbabies more. And how sad am I when my 13-year-old grandson Evan has to show grandmom or grandmom how to do YouTube when I've been doing it for years. You guys, oh my gosh, come on over for dinner. Come on over. I'm going to throw away this water that was in the bacon fat. So sometimes I'll get a couple pounds of bacon, I'll fry it up, and I will Ziploc it and keep it in the fridge for like a turkey sandwich or just a quick fix if I'm doing a burrito with bacon. It's quick and easy to have it ready, but always reserve the fat, my friends. Fat is flavor. So flavor. Spicy. But yeah, I'm gonna bring you over to the living room, or maybe actually the dining room. Been filming in there a lot lately, and show you some things I got. So I'm gonna give this a stir. Right now my stove is on a medium high, and I'm going to set the timer to 30 minutes, and I just want to get these flavors going. This is so quick, so easy before I add in the macaroni. I have 2 cups of macaroni. I might need more, depending on how much sauce is in there. I like a thicker goulash. We're going to cover that. This is my Timu pot, by the way. Love it. I'm going to vent it just a little bit. Let some of that steam escape, and it is on medium. And guess what? I'm going to head over here to the table. Give me a sec. So I wasn't prepared to do it at the dining room table, but that's what we're doing. I roll with the punches, y'all. Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes. Gonna get some knives out to open everything up. Evan and I used to do the food from around the world videos at international snack boxes, and we would try out snacks from like Brazil and Germany, and I need to start doing that with him again. All right, I'll be back in 1 sec. My God, I miss my friends. I want Christine to come and visit. Diane. All right, let's see. Hopefully, I tried recording yesterday. I'm waiting for that video to upload, actually. And can't really see myself. So, hopefully I don't drop the camera. I'm not going to be able to see your comments, and I can't switch the camera around. So, I don't know. Or can I? Let me see. Oh my gosh, I can. How about that? But don't drop the camera. Don't drop the camera. Don't drop it. Don't do it. Oh my gosh. I am a hot mess, y'all. Again. I got some mousse in my hair. I need to get these roots did. Hot mess. Hot mess. Let me see if I can catch up on your comments. Voice for the voiceless. Hello. Hey, Ann from Texas. Happy to have you here with me. I look like, what's the guy from Back to the Future? Doc? With this. It's all right, though. We're going to get into some purchases I got from Temu. And for the most part, I know what I paid for them. My nails are peeling. So let's go. I think most of them are for Temu. So yesterday was Charlie Kirk's birthday. Oh, while I wait for that video to upload, stand by. Look at my Temu pajamas. They're a little bit big now. Very big, but. So everybody for Charlie Kirk was supposed to wear red and honor in celebration of his life. But I did this. I love it. $53 after shipping. But the fabric is amazing. So you got your front and back. And yes, I know it is bold and it is colorful. But I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm a fan of Charlie Kirk. So yeah, I wore that yesterday, and the material is amazing, y'all. Amazing! You see it's like a knit? Oh, love it. All right, hold on, I'll be back. Miss me? Let me see you do the Tootsie Roll. The Tootsie Roll. All right. I feel good in case you can't tell. I have good days and bad days. You guys know I got diagnosed with cancer July 23rd. I've got to, actually, I was supposed to call it today. I'll call tomorrow. I got to see a specialist in Nevada, which is like a 2-hour drive, but at least it's in Vegas where my son is, and I've got to schedule surgery there, and then I've got some heart things going on. Is what it is. I'm 53, you know what I mean? I'm not going to live forever. I'm gonna do what I can and rock these cute little pajamas, but hey. Alright, and with my degenerative disc disease, my back hurts. So I am fluffing up this wooden chair. Hold on, I feel this is gonna boil over. I gotta turn the heat down just a little more. Just a little more, sorry, mixy. I can't afford to waste this. Alright, oh my gosh, my kitchen smells so good. Alright, where are we at with the comments? Let's see. Hi, Voice. Where are you watching from, Voice? All right, we're going to get into this. Not sure what it is, if it's Temu or not. For the most part, I don't do a whole lot of Temu anymore now with the tariffs. It's just gotten really expensive, and my hair is driving me crazy. Should I just go and, like, pull it up? I mean, I'm not going anywhere, right? Ugh. The grays, whatever. It just means that I've, I don't want to get old. All right, let's go. Ugh. Where are you watching from? Voice for the Voiceless. And you know what? We are probably all wondering where you got that name. Because that's a powerful name in itself. I love it. So do tell us how you created your name. Tell us about yourself. I hope you like me and my channel, and I hope you come back. All right. Oh, this is from something else I've gotten into. It's Whatnot. So it's actually like an auction. Cleaning beauty random pulls. I guess this is a gift I won. I didn't order it, so they said they randomly pulled my name, and I won. What'd I get? Colla Booster Pore Shot Cream. I love you, Trisha. You're gonna go cook now? What are you making? My video is blurry still right now. Hi, Holly. Wait, I'm just catching up on your, hey, Shannon. Hey, everybody. Enjoying the live so far. You know me, always watching. It's always hard for me to comment because of my eyeballs. You have an awesome day. Vacay. Shannon, yes, I do. Miss Holly Jean, I'm happy you're here. I'm sorry, I missed your comments. Please, Leslie, come on, pull up a chair. I am so sorry I missed that comment. Am I still blurry, guys? Evan, are you still here? Because my vision is off. My blood pressure, they put me on new medication, and my vision is crap most days. And now I'm debating whether I'm going to straighten my hair or crimp it for work tomorrow. But anyway, back to Whatnot. This is a Pore Exum Colla Booster Pore Shot Cream. Oh yeah, did you see it? Well, maybe not. I don't know if it posted, but I thought what we could do, recipes, right? You know, I did the whole sticker book thing. I'm already getting tired of it, although I need to send out a lot more. But I got this recipe book, and every time I go to visit my boys, they're like, Mom, we want the recipe for your meatloaf. Mom, we want the recipe for your Mississippi pot roast. But I got all these cards, and I thought how fun it would be for all of us influencers, like Diane in Australia. What is your signature dish? Let me try to make it. I'll get all the ingredients. I'll come home. I'll get your recipe card. And I'll do a video making your recipe and you make mine. Like swapping recipes instead of stickers. I don't know. Just an idea. Copywriting it. Don't copy me, people. All right. Evan, how was school today? So this is the, you know what it looks like, right? So it's kind of a clear, yeah, I'm gross. I'm so immature, I know. Right? Isn't that a great idea? So, oh, it's got a nice texture. It's odorless. I like that. Collagen booster. Schneebop! What's up, girlfriend? Schneebop's also got a Challenger. She's got a dog. You know what? My hair's bothering me. Give me a minute. My OCD's starting to kick in, y'all. Yeah, I am throwing a hair tie. I mean, I care and I don't care, but obviously I'm filming my pajamas, so. Thank you. That was a joke, but yeah, let me get my little wisp. You guys have baby hairs like that? Good Lord. All right, whatever. Maybe I can use some of that moisturizing cream and slick it back. But yeah, I guess I got this from Whatnot. It said customer number 77. I don't remember ordering it. Any beauty products I'm down with. I've got, oh, my bathroom's filled with this stuff. Oh, chit-chat, you silly goose, you. I'm sorry, Schneebop. Not worried about the stickers. It phased out for the most part. I mean, I've got huge bags filled that I want to send out to everybody, and I will, but my mind, just with my OCD and ADHD, it goes 100 miles a minute, and it's like, let's do recipe swaps, let's do sticker swaps, let's do friend mail, let's do gardening, let's paint, let's do crafts, and then of course I'm never home, so I never have the time. But anyway, yeah, I did my makeup thinking we were going out tonight and not realizing that we booked the hotel room and I'm gonna be at work. I thought we were going tonight, and Jay was like, no, it's tomorrow, and I'm like, I'm working tomorrow. So he's going by himself, but I got like myself ready, except for the hair, you know, I just put mousse in it. I was gonna crimp it, but now it's like, damn, like I messed up. But, and I hate, it takes me about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how I'm feeling that day, to do my makeup, if I'm gonna go light or heavy. And I went obviously heavier today. And I really want to try this because, you know, this kind of sleep mask stuff, facial mask, is great for overnight, but I'm going to be lazy in the morning. It's day one of a 4-day. Oh my gosh, my nails. I just got my nails done, you guys. I'm not trying to flip you off, but I've got like this hangnail that they should have got and they didn't. And I cut them shorter than normal. And usually, you know, I'm funky with my nails, but I'm like, I'm just going to go simple today. All right, let's see what we got here. Now I know for a fact this is Timo. Yeah, on July 23rd, so my mother's father had colon cancer, and my biological father had lung cancer that spread to his brain, and he died. And my mom's sister had breast cancer, and she's the youngest of 3 girls, and there was also ovarian cancer. So cancer is on both sides of my family. And the man I loved the most in this world was my mother's father, my grandfather. Oh. And, yeah, colon cancer. So, last year they removed some polyps and they tested them and they said they had the T3 cells. There were some cancer agents found in them, but they removed them. It was fine. But from a 12-month period, it went from the size of like a booger or a tip of a pencil to the size of a nickel. And they removed them. And of course, yeah. And again, they think they got them all out, but I got to see an oncologist. So just whatever. I got a lot of stuff going on and going around, but it's okay. I'm okay. I'm just tired a lot. Squirrel! Yeah, Diane, you already know. All right, let's see what Timo brought. I should have went back and priced them all, but I didn't. And here we go. I'm glad I'm doing this in the dining room. All right, give me a minute. I'll be back. You guys already know I'm all over the place. All right. So one of the things that I want to do is, my friend in Canada, I go to visit her, and she always gives me these little containers. I'm going to say stuff before I tell you the story. I thought it was face cream like this. And it was in a little tiny tube like this. By the way, this is what I'm showing you from Temu. Just these little tiny containers, right? Really small. Probably will hold about 3 tablespoons of something. And I thought it was face cream because I'm used to the containers that look like this. And I'm spreading it all over my face. And I'm like, wow, this is like Vaseline. It's really good. She goes, oh, it is Vaseline. Well, what she does is she extends the life of her perfume, especially really expensive perfume. If you guys know, you know, this Lies 41 retails at almost $400, $385. It was a gift for my birthday from a friend of mine, Tony, shout out. They make these in the lab, these perfumes. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go in. I only wear it on special occasions, as you can see. This is from March, but it was made in LA, and look, it says happy birthday. In Los Angeles, made on 3/17/25. My birthday is actually, obviously, 3/21, March 21st. But I want this to last forever. And then I got this from Whatnot, the Juicy Couture perfume. I think I paid 56 bucks, which is still a steal, but I'm starting to get into perfumes. So what my friend does, oh, and I got this Perfect by Marc Jacobs. And this is all from Whatnot, and this Yara. So, oh, gosh, it smells so good. So this is like great for me as a flight attendant. Look, it looks like a little lipstick, right? It's got the pour. But I want it to last because perfume is expensive. And, you know, if you have a signature scent, you want it to last all day. So anyway, I'm putting this stuff on my face. Rewind back to when my girl met me in Vancouver. She gave me this little container and I thought it was face cream. She goes, no, 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 that's perfume. So what she does, and you can YouTube it, and I just went to the Dollar General store, and for $1.25 I bought these little petroleum jellies. One of them is cocoa butter, and one of them is regular, just Vaseline. Like, as a flight attendant, different climates, Mexico one day, Canada the next. My nose especially dries out, as does my lips, my hands, my feet. But what you do is you melt this down. You kind of seep it in water. And then I got these little containers from the dollar store. But that's going to be a lot of perfume to make, right? If I can get them out. Like, travel size, that's too much. How much perfume is that? That's going to take the whole bottle. So I'm like, okay, those are too big. I'll use those for my condiments for work. So I got these little ones from Temu, and let's see how many are in here. It looks like there's 25 for $3. But back to what you do is you melt the Vaseline down, right? You melt it down till it liquefies. You take your favorite perfume and you pour it into the Vaseline, stir it with a popsicle stick, whatever, your Marc Jacobs, your Lies, not my Lies, your Lies. You melt it down, and then you kind of pour it, I've seen them do it with measuring cups, into these little containers, and you let them cool. You put them in the fridge, the freezer. And now what you have in like the Middle East, I know Dubai when I was there, in Bahrain, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, they sell oils, the Egyptian oils. So you put this obviously in your perfume points, and it's just basically extending the life of your parfum with Vaseline. So there you have it, my friends. Let me catch up on comments. I wish colon cancer is one of the easiest to cure. I hope. We'll see. I hope so. Yeah, polyps, once you get polyps, you're supposed to get a colon, at least here in the States, they tell us once you get polyps, and especially when they test positive for cancer, you got to do colonoscopy every year as opposed to every 5 years, and they keep testing it. But it grew from, again, the size of a pencil point to a nickel, which is pretty significant, where it's caused obstructions in my intestines. I don't want to be gross, but you know what? Your girl, sometimes I lose my shit all the time, but sometimes 2 weeks I don't lose my shit. Again, my channel's not made for kids. I'm gross, sorry. I can laugh at myself at the end of the day. Don't judge me. And I'm like, you know, of all the cancers, why's it gotta be poop related? You know? You know what I'm saying? Whatever, I need to vape. Yeah, chit chat, Diane, make sure you guys Google like perfume and Vaseline or put it in the YouTube search. You'll see. Let me go stir my pot. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh my gosh, my house smells amazing. I'm gonna put the lid back on here. And yeah, I'm sober. All right, moving right along. Just being silly. Holy shnikes. That was, again, my ADHD, my OCD. I got a whole bunch of these. I didn't realize I ordered so many. I think that was on one of my videos where I said, hey, let's do perfume swaps. Even Five Below has some really good perfumes. Yeah, you guys, I went hardcore because friend mail. The holidays are coming. I don't know how much time I'm going to have, but I might send y'all like 2 or 3 different ones. I'm sorry, but a $400 bottle of perfume, if I can divide that up in 20 of these and give you guys it as a gift, make it last. Make it last forever. Yeah, so, holy shit. You guys. Those are all those little containers. I didn't realize I went that hard. My bad, Christine. Shout out to you throwing trash on the floor. Get the perfumes over there. But yeah, obviously I got this. Think I'm gonna send Schneebop, Laura from Laura's with Favorites, Trish, Diane. We're gonna do perfume swap, sticker swap, and recipe swap. You can smell good, cook something that tastes good, and some stickers. Why not? Let's do it. And then, you know what? A month from now, I'm not going to remember shit. I ain't going to remember nothing. I'll be like, oh, yeah. Why do I have all these little containers? Because I was going to do perfumes. And I come home from work and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it this week. Yep, no. Next, these are, I am excited for these. Christmas, Thanksgiving is coming. Again, it's just me and Jay. I love a good homemade pie. And if you guys know, you know I love making homemade breads and pie crust and pizza doughs. So I saw these go viral on Facebook and they wanted an arm and a leg for them. So I'm like, let me look at Temu. Temu had them for nothing. So what are they? So it kind of looks like a little Pop-Tart, right? So you fill your dough, you make your homemade pie dough, right? Very basic flour, eggs, sugar, roll it out, stuff it in here. And then it's like a little crimper, right? But let's say you want an apple pie. Get some apple pie filling from a can. Go easy, whatever. Get some brown cinnamon sugar. Top it over the top. Glaze it with an egg yolk, right? Oh, pot's boiling. Put your pie dough in here. Put your apple pie filling. Pinch it. Take it out of the mold. Put it on your parchment paper on a cookie sheet. Sprinkle it with some brown sugar, cinnamon. And you got homemade little apple turnovers, pie doughs. They have these different shapes. This is more or less like an empanada. Shout out to Jorge from Smile Until It Hurts from Puerto Rico. We do our empanadas, right? But yeah, you could do like a little turnover. You can use cherry, any canned fruit that you would put in a pie, strawberry, blueberry. Make some Pop-Tarts, sweet tarts. Is the season. 'Tis the season to get fat. November, December coming up. So yeah, these are just little molds I thought I would try out. Maybe I'll do a video with them. Got this little latest one. So what do I think I paid for this one? Say $7 to $10. I'm gonna round it up. I used to be really good at putting prices. Again, something else I need to work on, but I don't do Temu as much anymore. The stove is overboiling. I'll be back. I need to turn it down. Turn it down. Can you hear it? Kind of sizzling over. All right. Stirry, stirry, stir. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. All right, couple more items and then I'll show you what's going on with the stove. So yeah, I forgot I ordered those high tarts. Another product. Oh, okay. The perfume spritzers. I love Disney. But these are just perfume spritzers. Obviously, they're not going to work with the Vaseline base. I was thinking for work, instead of bringing a whole bottle of body oil, you know, when I get out of the shower, I like to oil up, try to keep my skin nice and soft, or even a leave-in conditioner. Anyway, I don't want to break it, but little Mickey Mouse spritzers. Got your little button on the back to push. You could do perfume. I'm not, because I mean they're kind of big. This is more of a body oil or a hair oil for me, or a leave-in conditioner. And just because they were travel size, I thought they were cute. Probably about $6, I'm guessing. What else do we have? Okay, this is just, again, baking. I showed you the molds. These are parchment paper squares. They have different sizes. I have a small sheet pan, so I figured when I do the molds, I've had some of my sheet pans for like 30 years. And when I discovered parchment paper, easy, easy cleanup, right? Just throw that on the bottom of your pan, and when you're done doing your cookies or whatever, throw it away. A couple more items in here. Let's see. Santa surprise. Oh, Santa's Fine Blend. Okay, Christmas tea. Again, this year, I usually do cookies every year. I think I'm going to do more pastries and homemade fresh breads, jams, preserves, like my watermelon jellies. But labeling, I wanted to be cute. So these are stickers. And I figured, you know, if I'm giving you a homemade little mini pie or a banana or a zucchini bread, I would put this on the wrapped parchment paper. And they're stickers, but I didn't get them for like the sticker stuff. I got them more for sealing parchment paper. Hello, Miss Holly Jean. Japanese honeysuckle. Yes, but wow, there's a lot of these stickers. They're bigger than I thought they would be, honestly. Let's just take them out. This one says eggnog. George would tell you from Smile Until It Hurts, Coquito is a Puerto Rican eggnog that has rum in it, and it is so good. But, you know, again, for the holidays, make up a batch of hot cocos, get some marshmallows, buy them in bulk at Costco or the dollar store, and just make little handmade gifts. And tons. Let's see, it's just icy, beautiful scent. Oh, wow, that sounds good, Diane. Anyway, we got the Polar Express. But, yeah, just a bunch of stickers. I thought they would be great for my gifts. All right, next, I believe, I don't know what I paid for those. I'm not even going to guess. Avon. When my mother was alive for a big set. This is a gift bag. Okay, the fabric. Why can't I? Okay. All right. It got little Velcro on the sides. Let's see. So it's like a holiday gift bag. Again, I don't know what I paid for this. Not what I thought. I thought it was for when I make homemade bread. I guess I could do a smaller oh God, look at this here, a smaller kind of sourdough and stick it in there, and it's a holiday gift bag. It's fabric. It's super cute. I love Santa. A couple more items. Oh, I don't need to take them out. I want to do Christmas cards this year. Send them out to Diane and Schneebop and all my friends. So, I do love retro type Victorian. Christmas is my favorite, just the simplicity. But I'll show you some of these cards. I love this. Says winter activity, snowy days. So just little cards, again, for Christmas. If I send you out a recipe or some jelly or cookies or bread. This one says down the chimney. Just super cute. I love, again, blank inside the retro cards. So it's got the cards and envelopes. Home for the holidays. Most beloved Christmas tales, the gift of love. How sweet. But yeah, cards, just trying to be proactive. Hopefully I don't forget. Got the envelopes to match. And just 2 more items. You can hear my neighbors rolling their trash cans up. Alexa, cancel alarm. So I'm gonna get through this. It's okay if the sauce still goes. Okay, these are really cute. Reminded me of Trisha. And Trisha's house with the little honey pots. Again, these were what I was thinking for the perfume. And what I really like about this is it's not going to hold a lot of perfume, just a little bit. But look at the little honey utensil, right? And then it just goes in here. It's a little honey pot. Look at the lid. And I think these were on the pricier side, to be honest. So that's just the lid, you guys. So for my besties, you know you're getting this one because it's hella cute. Trish is definitely getting one. That's the lid. And there is the jar for your perfume. So I'm going to melt down the perfume with the Vaseline. I'm going to put it in there. I'll tell you stories about the neighbors, but I don't want to be like a bunchy chatta, like a gossiper, but I'm not happy with them. But yeah, anyway, I'll melt down your perfume. And oh my God, these are so cute. I want to say they were like $2 a piece, right? Look at that little honey jar. How perfect. You got your perfume in there. You take your little dabber. You dip it in the perfume. Oh, so cute. It's the little stuff for me. One, I want to say there's 4, 2, oh, there's only 3 of them. And I want to say they were like $2-3 each, but they're plastic, which I love, so they will ship better. Cuida con la boca. Ay, Dios mío, so loud. Not my favorite with this neighbor. Anyway, 3. Oh yeah, I want to talk right now about the neighbors, but I'm going to try to be a godly woman and not be judgmental. But you know what, I'm going to say it. He got his wife deported to El Salvador. She just had a newborn. They have a little girl, and he moved his mistress in like the day after ICE came and deported her. How sad. Anyway, back to the perfume bottles. These will hold a little bit more, and I kind of liked them. These are glass, but back to melting the perfume. Again, you can go to 5 and below, even, I don't know about the dollar store, but I got a lot of perfume. I want to do the body sprays, but these will hold a little bit more. But again, that was 1, 2, 3. There's 5 of them in there. All right, guys, let me catch up on your comments. I'm going to add the macaroni to the pot, clean up my mess. Let's see. We no longer have Avon Australia, which is a shame. Oh, you know what? I could always send it to you, Chit Chat, your Avon. I think we still have it here, the deodorant. So if I can find it, I'd be happy to send it to you. Yeah, you know, Miss Holly Jean, you can't go wrong with bread. Carbs, carbs, carbs. Give them cheese, bread, sauces all day long. Yes, please. And I would be happy to send you guys out something. Now, here's the thing. My mind, let me just tell you, confession session. My mind goes a mile a minute. I will literally be dreaming and wake up and say, I need to make perfume. Or no, you know what? Let's send out stickers, or let's do a recipe swap. And then by the time the time rolls around, again, I'm not, if I was home, I would definitely be better at doing it. But because I'm never home, I never have the time. And then I forget. Like I want to make my own wine too, but that's my wine. Anyway, you know what? Let me show myself out. So, it's time to add the sauce. All right, let me show you. Bubbling, right? Why am I holding the camera like that when I can turn it around? I don't know. But let me get my flatula. Gosh, I love this dude. Hand carved. Got him in Africa. Look how beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, you can skim that off. And I know you all are probably like, oh, that's so gross. But you know what? I don't. Because I like it. I like the fat. I like just a little bit of grease. Again, I use a little bit of bacon grease and olive oil. So to me, it's just going to add more flavor. And I'm going to mix that up. And what are we going to do here? Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Again, I already, just the 2 cups. I'm going to turn my heat up to high. I've got my cheese ready. Now, again, the sour cream is optional if you want a richer base. Parmesan. But I'm going to bring this up to a boil as I grabbed a pinch of cheese. And then I'm going to add the macaroni. And I'll know from the way it sets, it's already boiling, rumbling. So I already know that's good. And usually it takes 20 to 30 minutes. And depending on how soupy, look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited for this. I am so glad I'm making this. I really, really am. And again, my 88-year-old neighbor has her daughter and son-in-law in town, so this is more than enough for me to bring to work, enough for Jay, and I'll bring some to them. Now, it's boiling. I'm going to turn it down to medium. It's going to make a mess. And I am done with my haul. So I am going to cover this. I'm going to let it cook down for about 10 minutes, and then I'll check the consistency if I have to add more water. But I think this is going to be perfect. Nice and chunky like me. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back probably in about 30 minutes. Look at my messy ass. I'll be back in like 30 minutes just to check on it and see how it turns out. At that point, I'll add just a squeeze of the sour cream and the cheeses. Yeah, kind of like a hamburger helper, but American goulash. Have I told you guys how amazing you are? Because you are, and I absolutely love you. And, oh, you know what I should do? Just because I'm feeling extra chatty today. I'll show you outside. It's been raining. I'll show you my fall decor. Hold on. As you can see, it was raining, but I got my little tiny pumpkins. I really wanted to carve pumpkins this month. And my pumpkins, my Hello Sunshine pumpkin. An old crow and a cute chick live here. Got some gourds out. Fairy lights. I really need to pull weeds. Then I gotta repaint this dude over here. Still have my fairy garden. Got the fake apples. The huge pine cones are from Pine Valley Fairy Garden. This is hold on, let me fix you. The wind. I think I gotta swap this out, but my little ears of corn sprouting up. Again, I've got to trim the rose bushes. My pumpkins. Scarecrows. This one tilted over. Oh, let me just put you there. Covering up the bunny's face. It's alright. It looks like he's hiding. Look at, I gotta dehydrate. Those are mint, sage. Oh my god, the mint has just like destroyed my entire herb garden. This is a weed. Get out. See, this is why I cannot come outside. That's all my mint. The sage. The rosemary, thyme. Yeah, I gotta. I can't. Because I can't. I get sidetracked. Alright. We have these little snails, too. Fall decor. It's supposed to be a gnome. Can't see his eyes. I gotta fix it. Can't even tell what it is. Got my bag packed for work. Ugh. Oh. I just took the leaf vines that I got from Temu a couple of years ago. And I kind of wrapped them around my candles. That lights up. It's LED lights. I made this years ago. And just fixed them again this year. And then I got my pumpkin shelf. Autumn is my favorite holiday, so a lot of these are lights. Candles, LED that light up. Money I collected from around the world. Candles, I gotta light up, light up. And that candle going. It's kind of all over the place, but yeah, the house is a mess. Just show you some of the fall decor, turkey and pie and football, oh my. Why is my camera so close? There we go, damn. Sorry about that. Didn't even realize it was like that. But yeah, it's a little chaotic now. Hence my chair, I had to makeshift, all the trash on the floor. Recipe boxes. But I love fall. Even all the perfumes I gotta go through. Yeah. My food dehydrator, that's gonna be in an upcoming video. Oh my god, I haven't even opened up that bin of fall decor. Even my bar, I put out my little scarecrows and yeah, oh my god, so much work. I forgot I had that bin of fall decor I still have to go through. Oh, I didn't even show you the garage, right? Did I? Like, these are from the dollar store. They've got a bowl and a salad plate, or salad bowl and a plate, and the cups, and yeah, it's a mess. My friends, it is a mess. I gotta clean the house. Again, I gotta be up early, so let me go back out and show you the magnets I got from Temu for the garage that I love. Oh my god, it smells so good. Chit Chit, my neighbors. I'm so pissed off at him when I see this chick at his house because I was friends with his wife. But this is Temu. They're magnets. So they just slap right on. the garage. I love it. Little hedgehogs and scarecrows. Like I said, they just magnets. You can put them. Oh, you just put them on your dishwasher or whatever. But yeah, it's the bastard across the street did his wife dirty. Ugh, so sad. So sad. I was really fond of that little girl. I told you she's come over and say chocolate. Like always ask me for chocolates and just heartbreaking. But yeah, so again, I have the timer for 30. Let me put my tree on. Comforts me. Come on. There we go. Why? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Is it on? It's on. So it says. There we go. My hair. Yep. So I'll dim all the lights. Dim all the lights. Anyway, yeah. So I'll finish up the goulash. I'll clean up my mess, and I will be back. But just for a quick check-in, and your girl's gotta go to bed. Thank you for spending time with me today. I love you guys so much. And Diane, special shout out to you. Angela, I think I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my hair for work tomorrow because I don't want to work, but I think I'll just go like this. What do you think? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye. Bye. Bye.